Bonjour, salut, and welcome to this quiet corner of the Crystal Caves. My name is Neil. I am the host of the Magic System, and I will be talking to you today. Hi. This video does not have a script. Also, I would like to apologize for the very crappy video and audio quality because I'm sitting in a corner of my room recording on the iPad that the school gave us for schoolwork, not for uploading YouTube videos, but here we are. It's better than my phone quality. Also, my phone's dead, so I couldn't really record on that anyway. Yeah, you can tell this doesn't have a script. I'm a chaos gremlin. But I do have fat nuggets, emotional support pig extraordinaire that our cousin crocheted us for Christmas, as well as a turtle dog. Its eye is also sinking into its head, but that's fine. So, I do have fat nuggets, and an evil eye, and a grimoire necklace. So, hi. This is my first long-form video, or our first long-form video. I alternate between singular and plural. I'm the only one here right now. So, yeah. Sorry, my room is really hot right now because it's summer in Oklahoma, and I'm on the second floor, and heat rises. Oh, a science teacher 2 years ago said heat doesn't rise, the air cold sinks. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I do know a lot about brain crap. What today's video is actually about, or is going to try and be about if I don't go on another side tangent. What is plurality? What is DID? What's OSDD 1, 1B, 1A, whatever? Because people in my grade don't understand that, so next time they interrogate me, I'm just going to be like, check your email, I'm going to send you the link to this video. Skip to whatever timestamp I stop rambling about nonsense, and you'll get your answer, because I don't feel like explaining it every 2 seconds. Because I've made the mistake of telling my grade that, hey, we're not one person. So, what is plurality? How does it happen? What is like the scientific explanation? What's the current theory? What is the structural theory of dissociation? Yeah. So let's start off with how does it form? So according to the structural theory of dissociation, which is the current leading theory for how DID, OSDD1, certain cases of UDD. Actually, let me start off by explaining the acronyms. DID stands for Dissociative Identity Disorder. OSDD stands for Other Specified Dissociative Disorder. Type 1, which covers type 1A and 1B, are the types that can cause plurality. And UDD is Unspecified Dissociative Disorder. So from now on, I think I will just be using OSDID, so Other Specified Dissociative Identity Disorder, which is kind of like the general term. It's not a medical term, but it's like what a lot of people in the system community use to describe just like the general umbrella of plurality. So according to the structural theory of dissociation, when you're born, you have different aspects of personality, right? So as for a normal child, one who won't develop into a system, all those personality aspects integrate as you grow up. I'm not going to go into like the specific age things, like when does it actually integrate, because that depends on the person, depends on the environment. Normally it's like 7 to 9 is what they cite, but there's not actually like a lot of sources for that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but not what I've found in my research, or what other systems have found in their research. So depends on the person, but sometime in childhood, all personality aspects integrate into one person. But what happens in someone with OSDID is that significant childhood trauma, which obviously varies depending on the individual because different brains work differently. Severe childhood trauma causes dissociative barriers to be put up between those aspects of personality, causing them to form individually, causing what is essentially, not exactly, but what a lot of people refer to as multiple people in one body, which is how you get a system. Now, as you grow up And as you age and as you go through life and new traumas and new, like, as you figure out how to cope with trauma, all these things happen. Parts can integrate and fuse, which is when they combine. Obviously it can be different fragments, it can be different alters, like any number, but for simplicity's sake, let's say we have alter A and alter B. Now, like, the dissociative barriers kind of, you work through it and they kind of decrease, and then alter A and alter B can integrate and fuse and become one alter C. I don't know, freaking Bob and Jill and Janet. Bob and Jill turn into Janet. I don't know. Comment if you're a system who's had Bob and Jill combine into Janet. That's a joke. I mean, that would be funny if that actually happened. I'm sure some system out there it's happened to, but whatever. But yeah, so also other alters can split off. That could be one alter splitting into different alters or different fragments, which is like a not fully formed alter. But new alters can form. So, when we first realized we were a system, there was me, Neo, there was Mage, who we didn't realize existed until later, but that's fine. Neo, Mage, Anna, Pink, and Neeks. Then 10, and then, or 10, Tenebrous, we call them 10 because they decided to pick a long-ass name that just means, like, darkness in Latin. I don't know, darkness, I think is what it means. It might mean black. Something emo, because they're emo. Whatever. 10 watches this, they're gonna be pissed at me. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. But obviously now that was only 5 at the beginning. Now we have 15. So, yeah. That's why we haven't posted a lot. I mean, we posted and then we, like, post occasionally. But that's because, last school year. I would hazard a guess that was the hardest and most traumatizing year of our life. Yeah, so we haven't posted a lot, but it's fine. Everything's fine now. We're in a better place mentally. Next year will be better. Just a lot of stuff happened towards the beginning of the year, and then it all kind of snowballed from there. But this isn't a video about our trauma. This is a video about what is DID, what's OSDD, what is a system. So, re-railing, because we derailed there, but yeah, that's how a system is formed. Now, what are the differences between DID, OSDD1, OSDD1, OSDD1A, 1B? What are the differences? So DID is kind of the base that all the other ones are based off of. They use it as a reference, but it's like, except for this, except for that. So DID is when there are 2 or more separate states of identity. So alter is actually short for alternate state of personality. So different state of identity, different state of personality. So alter A, alter B. There could be more, alter C, alter D, alter E. Angel, you don't need to make a joke about alter D. I can't just... Okay. This is what happens when you have an angel dust fictive who likes to make commentary of every time that you could make an innuendo joke. Moving on from that. Regardless, and they are fully formed, and they are, like, distinct. And there are significant amnesic barriers between them. So, if alter A was fronting and then alter B fronted, which we'll go into what's fronting, what's switching, we'll go into that in a second. There will be significant amnesic barriers that can be full blackouts where you remember, like, nothing, which is actually pretty rare. According to DID systems, we have OSDD1B, which we will talk about in a minute. But there can be grayouts where it's, like, fuzzy. There can be emotional amnesia, which a lot of OSDD1B systems actually experience. We experience emotional amnesia where it's like, I remember that happened, and I know that happened, but, like, that wasn't me. It feels like I'm not connected. Like, say one alter was really mad at something, you could, like, look back on that and be like, I didn't feel that. But yeah, that's what DID is in simplest terms. You can go and look up all the DSM criteria. I would look it up on my phone and read them out to you, but my phone is dead, because my brother stole it, but fun times. So I'm not gonna actually read them out, but you can do your own research. I highly encourage, actually, that you do your own research, because we are just one system. All systems have different experiences, so it varies a lot between systems, right? But yeah, so OSDD1 is a subset of other specified dissociative disorder, which is when you take when someone has a dissociative disorder but they're missing one of the criteria. So OSDD1, if someone has just OSDD1, which is actually possible, it's when you have the traits of 1A and 1B, but that's when you have two or more alters, alter A and alter B, but they aren't distinct. They're like, we're both here, but, like, if this was the gap between them before, like, if this was how big the barrier was before, the barrier's like this, or, like, they're not as distinct, and there is not significant amnesic barriers either. So it's the same thing as before, just with, like, it's less different. And then 1A is when you only have not as distinct, there's still amnesic barriers, and then 1B is when there are not as strong amnesic barriers or no amnesic barriers. We will occasionally have, like, gray outs. If we look back, like, at first, it's kind of fresh if we have a gray out, and then we'll, like, look back and we'll be like, what? But yeah, but typically we just have emotional amnesia. So if I was looking back at something like Angel Dust did, I'll be like, what? Like, if he felt something significant. Like, there was a time in French class, he was fronting, and people kept bringing up Valentino, which, if you don't know, is his in-source abuser, which he does have trauma from, because source trauma is a thing. And he got very triggered by that, because obviously people were being very insensitive, because it's middle schoolers and they are not mature. But yeah, and I will look back and I will acknowledge that he felt those things and he felt triggered, but I remember what happened, but I don't, like, feel emotionally connected to that, if that makes sense. So, with what are the disorders out of the way? UDD is unspecified dissociative disorder, and basically is used as a placeholder when they either don't know what dissociative disorder it is, or they need to make a diagnosis and they don't have enough information, or something like that. Basically, any situation where a further, more specific diagnosis cannot be placed, so it's like they put that there instead. And in certain cases, obviously, the dissociative disorder could be something like OSDD1 or DID or something along those lines. Any disorder that causes plurality. Now, so what is switching? What is fronting? All that stuff. So switching is when, actually I should probably explain fronting first. So fronting is when you are in control of the body. You, as a specific alter, are in control of the body. I need to not put my arm on my leg that I'm bouncing, because then it looks like my arm's just aggressively shaking. So let's not do that. This also looks like it's kind of aggressively shaking. Don't look at this. It's fine. Don't look at this. Actually, you can look at it. It's fine. Where did the tag go? There we go. It's fine. Everything's fine. Sorry, I get sidetracked very easily. ADHD. Fun. This video is 15 minutes long already. That's fine. I didn't intend to be here for 15 minutes explaining this, but here we are. Anywho, so what is fronting? So fronting is when, so I'm fronting right now. I, Neo, the host, am fronting right now. So fronting is when a specific alter is in control of the body. So currently, Neo, me, is in control of the body. I am the one talking. I am the one moving the body. Co-fronting is when two or more alters are fronting, or they are like partially or fully there. So we have a fronting room in our headspace, which is, we'll make a video hopefully going more in depth on what is headspace, we'll make videos about like what are alter roles, what is headspace. But for now, we are just going over like the basics, like what are the things, what is fronting, stuff like that. I didn't actually intend to go into fronting, but here we are. I'm doing that now, so it's fine. Hopefully that will also educate some people in my grade about, yes, Angel Dust was here before, and yes, he did have a different voice, and yes, Sneaks did have a different voice, and yes, we are different people. But now it's Neo. Stop asking for Angel. You don't want to talk to Angel. I know he was funny that one time, but you also are very sensitive to him, so I'm not gonna pull him to front. But we have a fronting room in Headspace where if you go there, then you're fronting. We do have alters that will chill right outside the door and then like listen in on what I'm saying and then just like yell responses. Like Angel will do that. He'll just like sit there scrolling on his phone, and if he hears a joke opportunity, he'll like yell it at me, and then I'll be like, could you not, please? Like, not. Okay. If there are two alters in the fronting room, then those alters are co-con. Typically there's one alter that is mainly fronting and then another that is co-conscious, so they're like less there. Typically it's whoever's closest to the door that is less there, and whoever's farther out, it's kind of just a void. We call it a room. It's not really a room. It's kind of just a void of darkness that logistically makes no sense. But what about Headspace makes sense? There's also a cat that defies the laws of physics. Y'all remember the cursed cat Alistair meme? Yeah. He's there. So you'll just like hear static and then you'll look up and oh, there's a cat on the ceiling. Could you go away? Got sidetracked again, sorry. But whatever alter's closest to the door is least there, and whatever alter is furthest out into the void is more there. So that's what co-con is. And then switching is when one alter, so alter A and alter B. So alter A is fronting, and then alter B is like, hey, I want to front, or something happens and alter A is pulled out of front, and then alter B takes their place. So think of it as, I'm going to use me and Mage as an example. Say I'm fronting, and then Mage knocks on the door to the fronting room and is like, hey, I want to front, so I will leave, and Mage will come in, and we switched places. And so then Mage is fronting, and then I'm not fronting. So it's like that. Alter A, alter B, boop. Oh, at Bamboo, I like Kazam. Has been hotel references. I am not okay. I have a problem. Yeah. So that's the basics. That's what stuff is. So, this video is almost 20 minutes long. I did not intend for it to be 20 minutes long, but here we are. And I can't cut any of it out because I don't have editing software. I'm broke, okay? I'm broke. Sorry. I can't afford a camera. I can't afford editing software. No, but I'm broke. Also, it's not like I could get like editing software on my school iPad because I'm not supposed to be filming YouTube videos on my school iPad, but as long as it's not on my school email account, they don't really care. So, yeah. But, remember to eat. If you're up late, scrolling or, like, something, go to sleep. Remember to eat, remember to drink water, sleep, and remember that you are valid, you are loved, and that you deserve good things. So with that said, goodbye.